child's position. I always encourage knees and the feet to stay 6 feet apart, kept apart. And then depending on how the knees react to our back is actually feeling to sit as close as you can towards our heels. And you just let go. You can move, settle in, take as long as you want to find the perfect spot for your body today. Then close your eyes, feel your palms, the tops of your feet, pressing softly and evenly into the mat. And to stabilize our shoulders and feel a little connection to our core. So we feel really safe and comfortable. You can feel your breath. Remember, we breathe in and out to the nose in yoga, and either stay exactly as you are, or if it feels comfortable, bring your right arm underneath the left one and gently lay the side of your head onto the mat. Elbows can drop. We can close the eyes and hide, or we can just look softly underneath the armpits. If it feels good, pressing into the mat to create a bit more connection between the sit bones and the feet. Coming back to our beautiful child's pose just for a moment, assessing if we feel in balance or if there's a little bit of imbalance before reaching the left one underneath the right, and maybe even comparing the sides. See how your shoulders feel. Little rotation of our spine here in front. Such a beautiful, nourishing pose. Pressing down, right palm, coming back to child's pose, and we're going to continue to focus on mobility. So we'll do a cat and then an arm and leg extension. So keeping the palms and the top of the feet nice and even. As you exhale, roll like a cat. With the inhalation, we're going to extend left leg and right arm as the spine comes to neutral. Okay? Let's try this again. So we're coming into a cat stretch. And inhale, we extend right leg and left arm. Okay, let's do 4 more rounds. So breathing out and breathing in. So mobilizing the shoulders and mobilizing the spine. Also strengthening the deep core muscles as we stretch the back extensors. Okay, so breathing out, little cat. And breathing in, neutral spine. Leg can stay on the floor if that's more comfortable. Breathing out. And then breathing in. Okay, 2 more rounds. So just using our breath to move fluidly. Connecting pubic bone to sternum, belly button to spine, and then changing sides. Last round. Lengthen. Okay, evening out the sides. And lengthen. We're going to come back to our last little cat stretch. Thighs looking again parallel, like number 11. Continue to look at our thighs and find our feet, feel the toes under, and lifting really high into downward dog position. So we're looking for shoulder stability. Long separate fingers. If you need to see me, you would be looking underneath the armpits. Keeping the heels nice and high, bend both knees. Encourage reach towards the thigh. They may or may not get there. Lift your tailbone really high, then press the heel away. Just look, observe, but don't judge. We do this 4 more times. So lifting the heels super, super high. Knees bent. You come a little closer to the leg. Lift your tailbone a little bit higher and then press the heels. Maybe the spine, maybe a bit closer. They may even touch the floor. Either way, it's perfect. It doesn't matter. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale. And exhale to press the heel away. You've got 2 more. So it's such a nice way to mobilize and lengthen the posterior chain. Lift your tailbone a little higher. That's it. And press the heels a little lower. Can we do one more? Lift, 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 lift. Bend the knee. You may find that your legs come a little closer, full hinge position. Tilt your pelvis, lift your tailbone, and then lengthen the back of your legs. Perfect. All this time maintain that nice shoulder stability. Then we're going to slowly walk towards our hands. Perfect. And for good stability in our hips, keep our feet hip apart. Now we could gently fold, so similar to what we did in a downward dog, but of course our hands are closer to the feet here. We're trying to connect ribs to the thigh and just relax the head. For those of us who choose not to go upside down during the class today, remember to always keep your chest higher if that's your preference. Okay, so that will be available for us. Cool. Now for anybody who prefers, you can wrap the arms around the head. A little bit of tone in the abs so the back is supported, and you can move a little bit here, which feels good. So you can just move side to side a little, or perhaps don't move at all. Getting ready to add a bit of fluidity to our class. For your hands, you're going to scoop deeply our belly and lower out our spine to come up into an extended mountain pose. Sternum lifts, feeling the baby bend back. Then swan dive back into that hinge position. With the hands pushing up the shin, we lengthen from tailbone to the crown. This is flat back, so we really want to look flat. And then come back to the beautiful forward folds. Take a long step with the right foot and check the left knee is on top of the ankle. First lunge, then lifting our tailbone super high, returning to our downward dog position. Bring your heels high, knee bends. Then we try to lower softly onto the knee and flattening the feet to sit back into child's pose. Lengthen the fingers, scoop your belly, roll into a modified plank. Then come down halfway, push yourself up, and downward dog position. That's it. Beautiful. We're going to take a long step with the right foot, or maybe helping it. Lunge position. Then step our feet underneath the hips for our forward folds. Breathing into rise, opening the heart, and breathing out to swan dive. Soften or bend the knee. You're going to come into flat back extend, beautiful long spine, and then forward folds. This time we're going to take our left foot back into lunge, check our right knees on top of the ankle before going into downward dog position. Heels go high, we fold into the thigh, gently lower the knee, and then sit back all the way. That's it. Lengthen your fingers away. Roll into the kneeling plank. Come down halfway, nice and level, hips, shoulders, and head. We continue to the floor, roll our shoulders back, and this time adding a little back extension. So adding, layering in new things. Keep the elbows tucked in. We can stay here, or we can come a bit higher, squeeze the butt, and the legs can lift as long as they remain parallel to the floor. Downward dog position. Excellent. Long step. Left foot. Check on your knee. Okay. Feet go underneath the hip. As we breathe, we move into an extended mountain and then fold. Okay. Flat back extend. Long, belly's lifting to the spine, forward folds. We take a long step with our right foot. So second round is still layering in things if you want. Everything we have done so far will remain available, okay? So let's come high, reach towards the thigh. We try to lower the knee and sit back. So we got two options. You can go to modified plank, hover, and then back extension, or we can attempt a striking cobra. So just gliding above the floor, opening the chest, any height that feels comfortable, then back to our downward dog position. Cool. Long lunge into forward fold, rise, and forward. Flat back extend, and again into forward folds. Long step into lunge, left foot steps back, downward dog position. Heels go high as you fold and lower. Use your abs. Flatten your feet, super glue the top of the feet and the palms, reach long. You can go to modified plank or striking cobra. Elbows remain tucked in, squeeze the butt, and back to downward dog position. Excellent. We're taking that long lunge with our left foot, and then coming to forward fold. Let's take a moment again and wrap the arms around the head and just hang. If you prefer to come up to a standing position and hang upright instead of upside down, that's okay as well. So we do a couple more rounds and a little bit more adventurous if you want to try. Otherwise, remember, we can always go back to any of the previous options we have done already today. Okay, so let's roll up. And then swan dive. We can do a little bit of jumping for those of us who enjoy it. So we'll be going into a downward dog position, and there's two options to get there. We can do a soft knee and quiet hop, or we can take right and then left foot to get to the exact same position. Let's lift the heels. Bring the reach towards the thigh, gently lower, and sit back onto the heel. We can strike, or remember we got the option, little or a bigger lift, that's it. And adding on a three-legged dog. So curling left toes and lifting right leg. So first time today, not much change. So if you don't want to lift your right leg, it's just very easy. Just keep your leg on the floor, okay? Simple, fun. Take a long step, same lunge position, and forward folds. We're rolling up. And then diving back. Okay. Let's try this flat back extend. Then it's lifting. And then forward folds. So getting to a downward dog, we can step left and right foot, soften the knee and quietly pop ourselves into downward dog position. Okay. Bring your heels nice and high. Ribs into the thigh, be lower, lots of core strength and upper body stability. Now, as you sit back, lengthen your fingers forward. That's it. We've done it before. Last one, striking cobra or a modified plank position, and then going into a back extension. Three-legged dog or classic downward dog. So we're lifting our left leg, hips open, but the shoulders will forever be nice and square. Should feel really, really nice. And then take a long lunge. That's it. Coming back to forward fold. Take a moment, okay? We'll be adding on. So relax. Okay. We're going to roll ourselves up. Nice and tall, a little taller perhaps each time. And let the arms fall behind you. Place your fingers. And gently release, opening the heart, beautiful extension. Anything that feels really comfortable. Let the arms lift again before swan diving back. Okay, let's attempt that flat back extend. Cool. And then forward folds. We got the same options to get to downward dog. We can step or we can hop. Downward dog position. This time we're staying here. Just hold this beautiful pause. And when you're ready, lift up your right leg. So turning the hips out, but keeping the shoulders nice and level. Okay? If you need to see me, it's actually quite easy. You would look underneath the left armpit. That's it. Hold this position, lengthen, and then we bend the knee and point across to our opposite shoulder, which will be the left shoulder. You may find the knee goes a little higher when it's bent. And then from here, we take a long step. Left foot lowers, right knee bent, and we lift into a classic warrior one position. So hips are nice and square. If you need to do a little adjusting here, and the shoulders nice and square. Check out the outside of the left foot is on the floor. Yeah. And then arms could stay in the heart center, or we could have the arms lifted, shoulders drop nicely. Classic, simple, clean. Warrior one with the option to lift the heart. Well done. And simply turn. It's a nice tradition. You could move the left foot back a little bit so the right heel traces to the inner arch of your left foot, keeping the knee in position as the arms reach apart for our warrior two position. If you are looking for a challenge, of course, you could lift your heel. Otherwise, just keep it on the mat. So different days, different choices, okay? Warrior two. Then we transition into sun warrior. So sun warrior, not much changes in the lower body, or actually nothing changes in the lower body, but we're adding this amazing side bend, okay? So dropping that hip down, keeping a slightly open left side and a really open right side. Well done. And we lower the heel, right leg extends, we reach really far and come back to that fantastic familiar triangle. So lowering the hand above or below the knee. That's it. So the legs are different now, okay? We have two straight legs. Even if your hands have to be higher. It is called triangle, so it's okay to bend the knee, but it's always better to keep the hands higher and have those legs actually look like a triangle. Option to take left arm around the back and grab the inside of our right arm. That's it. Such a beautiful pose. It's strong, it's long. It's probably not the hardest standing pose either, so it's a good one to hold on to for a little bit and maybe focus on that amazing technique. Hands can go just somewhere on the floor unless you want to keep it on the foot. We're coming into a nice extended warrior. So perhaps some of us just bend the knee and stay exactly where we were, holding on to the inside of our right thigh. This is a nice option. If it's too much, you could come up here, okay? Having the right forearm on the right thigh. If you know your binds, and if you've done it before, you could reach underneath the knee and bind your fingers without leaning forward or sitting back. So we're not here. This is not an extended warrior, okay? So we cannot do this. You have to keep the shoulders above the knee, and our tailbone has to come underneath, okay? Well done. How does it feel? Okay. Very carefully come into a lunge position. So pivot your left hip. Bring one hand on either side of your right foot, and then step into forward fold, okay? So we have been here before, we know exactly where we are. Relax your head, relax your neck, your shoulders, and then roll back up. It's going to be a bit more challenging because you guys will turn your back to the camera, but it's okay. It's the first time you're doing it. Let the arms fold, open your chest, squeeze those glutes. That was fantastic. Nourishing, cool. Arms lift again. We'll swan dive. Find our flat back extend, lifting the belly, lengthening the spine. How comfortable can we be here? Strengthening the back of the legs, knees don't lock, and back to forward folds. Either step, we'll do that little hop into downward dog position. Take a moment Think about shoulder stability, how light and comfortable we feel. And you could definitely stay or bring the left leg up into three-legged dog again. So, such a cool pose. Out of breath for three-legged dog. Try to press your right heel down as your left big toe intends to touch the ceiling before we bend the knee, and then it intends to touch our right shoulder. Okay? How would that feel? Letting the knee go as high as it wants to go. Well done. And then take a long step, lower, and come to warrior one position. Okay, so far you can still see the screen, but that will change shortly. So turning the hips and shoulders, trusting your ears, okay, trusting how you feel in your body. It's very important. We can't always see. Okay, a little bit of an extension, it feels nice. Lifting the heart. Keeping your feet grounded, especially the left one. Turn your back to me and coming to warrior two, please. Well done. So knee pushes out, we're leveling hips and shoulders. That's it. We should be facing away from the camera. Nice. Hold it here. Check out the outside of your foot. Make sure it's on the floor and arches lifted. We shift forward, then we open up into sun warrior. So feel this amazing stretch. This time will be the left side of our body. Reaching the fingers just a little further. You can close your eyes and really truly just enjoy how this pose feels. Well done. You're going to open the arm and extend the left leg, shift really far, then come into triangle. So any triangle pose, hands whatever they need to be, then start to turn. Now, if you want to look to the camera to see how it looks from the back, more than welcome to do so. And then just turn and look up. Arms go around, and we can rest the arms, or we can intend to go more and more around until our fingers can get to the inside of our thigh. Nice. So strong, long legs to make a triangle shape with the legs. Excellent. Then we bend the knee. So we could just stay exactly where we are and do no more. We can come a little bit higher to do a little less. So forearm on the thigh. Or we could do a bit more, and again, feel free to look. You would be reaching underneath the knee, trying to hook the fingers, then lift the shoulders above each other and above the knee. Okay? So it is quite tricky, be very careful. And when it's enough, we're releasing the hands and pivoting into our lunge position. Okay? Then into forward fold. Once again, we take just a little rest here. So relaxing. Beautiful. We can wrap the arms around. See how that feels. And if it feels good to move, we can move. Now, if you feel that you're progressively feeling more and more flexible and you want to go a little deeper, of course, bring the arms around the leg. The lower the arms will be, the deeper the stretch. Nothing is forced, so there's no expectations. Remember, we truly appreciate everything our body is willing to give us today. Tucking the chin a little, shoulders lift up, and we head the front of our head face towards the ground. Okay, well done. From here, as you turn to me, take a long step with the left foot, coming into a wide forward fold. So simple. Keeping our chest lifted, turning the toes slightly in. Keeping the left palm underneath the face and resting right palm to the base of our spine. So feel the tailbone and start to turn your chest without any movement in the head. Okay, so the hips staying nice and level. We can actually lift the right arm. But please be mindful of the feet, legs, and hips staying nice and even. Okay. Well done. Then gently lower. We can fold or don't. We can actually hold on for a moment. Our head is not allowed to touch the ground, so be very honest with that. Well done. Then come back up, resting your right palm on the face and the left palm. So the base of the palm attaches to the base of the spine. We will encourage the bony part of the hips to remain level to the floor as you start to turn our chest towards the left side of the room. Option to lift the arm or joint. Cool. And then gently fall back. So we can grab the ankles, the legs, or we can just have the hands underneath the shoulder in line with our feet. Really, whatever we are familiar with and whatever option we will choose today. Lifting the chest, soften the knee, and there's a couple of options. Again, we can heel toe. So we can turn heels and toes, or we can do a hop and bring our feet together before rolling up into a standing position. Okay, so today's class again is very simple. Trying not to get too adventurous because we are not together, so I can't really help you out. So we're coming into a balancing pose, which we have done before. Turn out in your hip without actually turning the hip itself, okay? So your hips face forward, your shoulders face forward, or trying to turn the knee out. And this could be it, honestly. You don't have to do anything else. But yes, we can go a bit higher, somewhere below or above the knee. A classic, simple pose. It's called the tree pose. Again, instead of looking to me, which is fine if you can, try to find a spot on the floor in front of you that's actually not moving, okay? And lock your eye gaze. And once again, just listen, if you can. So what could we do here? We could extend the arms nice and wide to the ceiling and just stay. We can look up to the ceiling and see what happens. Or we can hook our hand either underneath the right thigh and extend from here, or we can grab the foot or big toe. So this would be more advanced and lifting not only the arms, but lifting the right leg. Essentially doing kind of like a split pose. Perfect. Well done. Keep growing. So the crown of the head is reaching higher, arms and legs reaching higher. And gently lower the foot, lace your fingers, turn your palms out and lift your heels off the floor for a moment. Drop the shoulders and you can stay or bend the knee. Keep the heels high and just sink a little. Arms can be somewhere else. So if you've got shoulder problems, your hands could be in the heart center. And then lower the heels and bring your hands back to the heart. Try the other side. So if you want to hook up, you will need a little bit of assistance. You will need to use your left hand to go all the way to the groin or somewhere either above or below the knee. Somewhere we're actually not touching our knee. Try this side. Could be the same or could be different. So what can we do here? We can add the arms. We could try to look up. See what happens if you do. Or we can hook underneath the left thigh and extend the leg. Or we can grab the foot and extend the leg. So taller or not so tall. Keep lifting out of the floor. Such a classic, familiar pose. You would place the foot down, lace our fingers, and lift out of the ground. Continue to lift your heels higher, higher, and if you can bend the knee, this is just an option. If your knees are not happy, you don't have to bend the knee. That's it. Sink, 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 sink. Scoop your belly, shoulders stay above the hips. And then as you come up, only lower the left heel and the arms. Your right heel is lifted. And we're going to try to grab the inside of the right foot. Then bring our knees back together. Our hips are level, our shoulders level. And we're going to extend the left arm in front. And this could be more than enough. If you can't grab the foot, just stay here. Try to bend the knees together and lift your foot. If you can't grab it, that's fine. Okay? Otherwise, we can try classic Dancer's pose. Now we did flower pose before when the hips turn out. In dancer, we want to keep the hips level, and then we'll keep the shoulders level as you come forward. Knees don't move out. So we're connecting the inner thigh muscles as we press, foot into the palm, and palm into the foot. Dancer's pose, come up. Once again, lift, last one, lift out of the floor. Relax the shoulders. You could stay or bend the knee. Try to keep your knees together. Think about holding on to something that's precious to you. Perfect. You lower the right heel only and the arms. And either, of course, you can just stay here, lifting the foot. You can push back from here, or attempt to grab the inside of our left foot. Bring the knees together as we lift the arms in front. And then go for that nice dancer's pose. So again, you're probably not looking at me, looking down, attempting to connect the inner thigh muscles as the left knee goes back, pressing into the palm and leveling hips and shoulders to the floor. Well done. And then come back. Beautiful. Take a nice inhalation. Swan dive. Cool. Relax, relax, just letting go. Okay. We're not doing a big move, but we slowly turn right as we extend our left leg. Coming into our beautiful pigeon or swan pose. So facing right. That looks fantastic. Hopefully it feels good as well. The ones I can see. So this would be classic pigeon. And not always easy. We could definitely open the hip or try the 90-90. So our hips are wonderfully different. You know, don't judge them too much. If this is where you want to be, that's so nice. And you can come forward. Okay? Otherwise, we'll be somewhere here. Okay? So for anybody who's genetically quite flexible and this feels a little bit too comfortable, only if it feels safe, you can move the right heel slightly further away. Okay? When you're settled, let's give ourselves a little time here. Close the eyes and just relax. So essentially the first time you're actually stopping and you don't have to balance, you don't have to be strong. It's just using our natural flexibility and I'm trying to improve it slightly. So there's no effort in this pose. Well, for those of us who are looking for a little bit more, we could walk our sternum towards our right knee, okay? Trying not to move the hips, so it doesn't really work for 90-90 or open hips, I don't like it. But if the hips are kind of level, we could walk the sternum towards the knee, keeping the arms as wide as our shoulder and allowing the armpits and the hips to be level to the floor. And gently come centered and lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Okay, so our next pose can look very different for everybody. We're doing a quad stretch, and you can stay here and stretch your quads, or you can come into a kneeling position and stretch your quads. Be careful. If you have knee problems, I would definitely stay here. Okay, so walking the hands back if you've got knee problems, just tuck in, sit down, do a quad stretch. Okay, nice and gentle quad stretch. Looking to me, holding on to your left foot. Now, otherwise, if you can, from here, you would curl the left toes under and come into a lunge position before lowering the left knee. Okay, and then sinking into a kneeling lunge. So please remember you can stay seated or you can come up with me. Okay. Give it some time. This is not our first lunge today, but this is the one that we really want to feel. Okay. We have the right knee on top of the ankle. We're lowering the front of the left hip It feels amazing. Really enjoying it, okay? Well done. Now from here, we want to get to the left foot. So you can always turn to me, bring your hands on the inside, try to lift without pulling the hamstrings because they will cramp, and then gently settle back, okay? So try to roll up the knee, and we will strive to lower the hip. Hands could stay on the floor or come up here, okay? Well done. How would that feel? Now, if you're familiar with the mermaid pose and you done it on the floor, you can try here. You can bring the foot to the inside of the elbow and bind our fingers in this position as well. It's much, much harder. It's not for everybody, but see if it works for you, okay? Something we haven't done. Cool. And when you're done, very carefully come out of the pose, lower the foot, and back to the kneeling lunge. And then we're going to move a little bit. We're going to move the hips back, and we could lift our right foot. We can actually pull to deepen the stretch in the back of the leg and move forward. Hip flexors on the left side, back of the leg, hamstrings on the right side. Now do about 2 more. So remember, if you were seated, you can always come back to the lunge now. So if you were doing the quad stretch seated, you can always come back into the lunge now and move back and forward. We don't move to the side, so keep the hips nice and square, okay? Last one. So option 1, you stay. You find something that allows your back to be nice and straight. Definitely not our first hamstring stretch. As you can see, my hips are still above the knee, okay? So you're not sitting towards the heel. For anybody who's very flexible, again, I really need you to trust yourself. I need to be able to trust you guys, not doing anything that you shouldn't be doing. If you feel very comfortable, you can slide the right knee forward and stop when it's enough. Left knee can go back. Now, it is a split pose. It doesn't have to be a full split. Hips are square. If you know you can split fully, then go for it. But please be really careful, okay? Legs are in line with the hips, so we got the left leg behind, we got the right leg in front of the hip. And if you're still feeling a little bit too comfortable, of course, we can add the hinge. So this is now very, very big. So only if you've done it before and recently. If it doesn't make you smile, you're working way too hard, okay? And done. Now, from this position, wherever you are, I'm going to bring you back to a lunge position so we're all on the same page. Come back to a nice lunge position. Cool. We're going to lift into downward dog. Check our hips. There should be a very big difference between them. We are here, so might as well let my favorite twist, which is a downward dog twist. So if you can look to me underneath your left armpit, you may find the knees are slightly bent and your knees are lifted. That's okay. Makes no difference. If you trust your shoulders and your hands are very stable, not slippery, you could bring your right hand, we've done this before, anywhere on the outside of our left leg, okay? The lower you go, the more challenging, and if it's very stable, you feel very comfortable, turn your chest to me and look up to the ceiling. Only again if our shoulders will quite enjoy it. Okay. Then bring your right hand and tuck your left knee. You're coming to our pigeon pose on the other side. Okay. So today I'm trying to show front and back as well to you guys, because often I just keep facing you and you kind of don't see my back. So it's always good to see that as well. You can always look and then see what's going on. Okay. But for now, if you need to sit down, you can't see the legs here, but this is how it would look like. So this is a 90-90. If you want to do a long leg but quite open, not quite ready to square your hips, this is how it would look like from the back. Or of course you can be square, okay? So find the best place for your left heel. I still flex my foot here, protect the knee. And you know what we're going to do now? We just want to rest. We don't want to do anything. We just want to lay down and do nothing. except breathe. You always breathe, guys. It's good to focus on our hips. Yeah, I believe you can use a nice hip stretch at least once a day. Okay, a nice one. Nothing too much, but it is enough. You can feel it. If you don't, and now you can see this side, we're walking towards the left knee. So previously you couldn't see me because I was walking away from you. So never pass the knee. I could go past the knee. We don't want to. We want to keep sternum, maybe not quite to the knee, but we don't go further than the knee. Try to level your shoulders so they're nice level. There's no need to drop the head. So very comfortable, very neutral. It doesn't really work in 1990, so again, if you're 99, just enjoy it then. Fine. We've got a bit more adventurous today with our mermaids because we did it kneeling. It's a little bit harder. So please remember when we get to the quad stretch, you can stay on the floor. Okay? Then come up to the lunge when we're doing the hamstring stretches. Okay, let's walk back and take a moment and decide if you're staying. If you did stay on the mat for your quad stretch on the other side, I would stay on the mat on this side as well. So if you just want to stay here, walk the hands back, sit down, grab your foot. This is how I will look from the back. Just doing a quad stretch, or doing a quad stretch here, still on the floor, unless you want to come up with me. And if you don't want to come up from this position, just softly step the left foot forward, lower the right knee, and then find the best lunge, okay? The feet are still hip width apart, so your left foot is the same distance from the edge of your mat as your right foot would be, okay? So we're not too wide, we just hip width apart. And for now, just breathe and see how you feel. Because whatever you're doing from here is quite intense. So we want to be patient. So the next thing we would do, you will bring the hands on the inside of the left foot and try to grab your right foot, okay? Then we're coming off the knee. So we're no longer on the knee, we're just in front of the very lower part of our thigh. We could definitely stay here. You can come up here. Or we can hook the elbow to the inside of the foot, sink, and try to add the bind, and then turn as much as we can to face the right side. Still sinking to deepen the stretch. It is quite intense, but it is very, very enjoyable. When you want to come out, always come out slowly, lower the foot, and lower the hands back to the lunge position. Then to give our hips a little time, we've been stretching the hips, now we're going to nourish them as we move back. They take a little rest here, okay? You can lift your toes up. And then 4 more. Coming forward. And back. Nice. Cool. We're coming forward. And back. So is there a difference? Do our hamstrings feel a little bit different in this leg? What about the front of our hips? Do they feel a little different on this side? Everything's possible, okay? And then hold. So we could definitely stay. This is a split pose because you got the left leg in front of you, you got the right leg behind you, and you could do a little bit more, maybe a centimeter, maybe half a centimeter. This is where you want to be. That's perfect. And the good thing is there's no pressure. I can't see you. But I'm hopeful that you're honest with your technique. Range, any range of suits. If you're familiar with the pose, go for it. Settle down, breathe, relax. Still keep the legs nice and parallel but apart, okay? And if you know you can, or maybe actually you need to go a little deeper, come down. So please remember flexibilities, so many different things, genetics, years of practice, maintenance, how often we stretch, okay? There's no pressure at all. Nicely even to the sides. Okay. We want to come back to our lunge position. And then return to our downward dog position to do our beautiful twist. So because you can see my back, you can always watch it first. So look under the left armpit and then try for yourself as much to see the backwards bar. Feet can come a little closer if you find that you can't get to the leg or foot. And when you got the perfect distance, you can take your left hand onto your right thigh, calf, or ankle here. We want to keep the back nice and straight. Looking to the feet is slightly easier for our shoulders. Try not to twist your shoulder. Turn your sternum. And if you want to look up to the ceiling underneath your right armpit. Cool. Gently lower the hand. Bring your heels high. Ribs forward into the palm. Okay, we have done this before. Think of shoulder stability. Think about how you feel. If you remember the first time you did this, maybe your ribs were nowhere near the palm, but they are now. Look, try to slowly lower. So you want to keep the thighs and the hips together. Knees come down. We flatten the feet and sit back onto the heel. Then we reach the arms really, really far. Okay. Child's pose. So to finish the class, we're going to focus on back extension. Okay. Remember your striking cobra. So let's press the feet and the palms even into a strike. Like a weight. Squeeze the butt, relax the neck and shoulders. Legs can be on the floor. Turn your eye gaze to me for a moment. Now this one is very hard. You can always watch me. Can you see my legs are parallel to the floor? I'm going to bring my upper body the same time. Nothing's touching the floor. Then come back. Super hard to do. Okay? Then turn your eye gaze to the opposite side. Work your glutes, soften the elbow, very light. This is not an easy pose, but it's our last one. Okay? Then come center and try the same thing with me. Just hover above the floor before laying down. That's it. Upper body strength and core strength. We're going to extend our right arm, bend our left knee, and think back to what we did, the dancer's pose, and that's why we do the dancer's pose today. It's essentially doing full pose but standing. So the hips don't open, but we can definitely roll on our side. So if you're struggling, you can lay on your side and do it here. Okay, it's a little bit easier. So it's a nice option to have. Or if you can't get to the foot, just bend the knee and try to lift your thigh. Okay, so you can't get to the foot, try it this way. So you're still working your glutes, but you can't get to the foot, keeping the thigh lifted. So that's a good option. Otherwise, grab the ankle, try to bring your thighs together. Okay, pressing the floor away, sternum is lifted, and we can attempt to lift our thigh and kick our heel away. But the hips are nice and even. Okay, we've done this before. Beautiful. Gentle release. Switch your arms, switch your legs around. So if you have to turn on your side, you turn your back to me. You go on your side and do it this way. Feel free to watch me first. That's why I try to show different sides today for everything. Or you can stay on your belly. Okay? If you're unable to get to the foot, remember just bend the knee, keep your hips even, and try to keep your thigh lifted. Okay? So if you need a bit tight, you're still working your glutes and your hamstrings, probably a bit harder as well. Okay? Modify bow position, connecting those inner thigh muscles. Just like when you're standing, so try and keep the hips and shoulders nice and level. And even though one knee is behind, the other one is still connecting the inner thigh muscles. Then gently lower. Take a moment, rest your forehead down. Elbows can bend to the side for anybody who doesn't feel comfortable here. Okay. Gently resting the forehead, kind of in line with the bicep. Okay. Keeping the arms as wide as the length. Lift your belly off the floor, lift your chest, and then lift your arms as well. Hold, Then you're going to bend the elbows, keeping the forehead parallel to the floor. So strengthening the posterior chain of our body from hips to all the back extensions. We're not high or very long. Keep the sternum lifted, reach the arms forward. Relax. And we do two more. So pull the elbows back. Keep the forehead, nose, chin parallel to your mat. And then reaching forward. So feel the glutes. Now try to keep your belly lifted. So the belly button is drawing into the spine. Last one, you reach back. Hold this position if you can, bend both knees. Grab one or both ankles. Or alternatively, just bring your knees apart, knees together. You can bend the elbows and keep your legs lifted. So this is for anybody who can't get to the ankle. If you can, try to grab both. Flexing the feet. Then let's soften for a moment. So point your toes away, pull your heel into the bar, feel the inside of your legs touching, feel the forehead on the mat, the sternum on the mat, the front of the hips on the mat, soften. And you can stay. I gave you the lift without the hands, or we can try to lift everything. So holding onto the ankle, lifting thighs, lifting chest, and smiling. Yeah. Perfect. This is the full pose, the full version. When you're done with it, bring the palms under the shoulder and push yourself back into your beautiful position. The same place we started from. And just stay, relax. If it feels good, bring your right arm underneath. Coming back to the first thing we did today. We're going to do the last thing we do today. More than happy for you to stay, or you can try to advance this by sliding the hand closer. Coming up, connecting the palms. It's a little harder than it looks, so keep the sit bones on your heels and then push yourself up. So you're looking to me, I'm looking to you, yeah? Or just stay on the floor, okay? No weight on the elbow, okay? So the elbows light and the elbows on top of each other, okay? Cool. Coming back cautiously to the child's pose, just resting back. Then reaching the left arm, so again you can see it from the back, from the other way. So if you need to see it, it's a good way to look at it. And enjoy this version, or slide the hand back. Come onto the elbow, connect the palms. So chest can go high, of course, you're going as high as possible with the rotation. It's not our first split today. But we want to keep the sit bones as they were. Okay, so ideally, the knees don't mind. They will stay connected to the heel. And then very cautiously, we'll return to our child pose. Okay. And to finish the class, we will come up. Turn to face me. We can try the nice wide-legged stretch for a moment if you want, or just bring the soles of the feet together. It's really up to you. Knees can be bent, of course. We want them to face up, thighs, shin, knees face up. Walk your hips back. Point your toes away. Think about how you feel right here. Should be very warm, and if you want to come forward to finish the class, you could do so. Okay, so we can be on the forearms, we can be on the palms, we could be somewhere here, maybe somewhere here in the knees bend. It's a good stretch as long as the hips are even. Or we can lower from belly to sternum to forehead. How does it feel? It's nice to breathe and stay for a little bit here. Okay. Then come back. And just fold your feet together. You can bring them a little closer or not so close, it doesn't matter. We can have the arms behind us, open up and gently, very softly, there's nothing forced or hygienic. So then, let the feet slide away a little. Turn your palms up, rest your shoulders onto your knee, round your back a little bit, baby turtle, and rest your forehead towards the hip. So now we're purposefully flexing the spine. Don't drop the chin too far. It's just a baby turtle pose, nothing to breathe. Lift your head, bring your arms up. And into your heart. And do two more. Breath in. And breath out. Do one more. In. Arms can stop at any time. And bring your hand back. If you want to go to relaxation, just do it. Sit it all, lie down anywhere you want to be, close your eyes and spend some time allowing this work to integrate into our body so we can hold on to all the changes. For me, this is it. Namaste. Give yourselves a round of applause. Hope I see you very soon.